Oh, come on, game. What are you doing? Right, now, smooth that out a bit. Planet Coaster's had 1 million updates. Yeah. Can't play all the games, man. You know?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Push that back a little bit there. Okay, we just bought some more land. Now we'll fix the power line problem. Zanhamby, thank you for 7 months. Capac, I can't believe I've been watching you do this for over 2 years. Thank you very much for 26 months, sir. Let's just level that a touch more. So what I'm thinking we can do, because I think our ore resource goes up to here. So if we just have some roads back here, move all these factories there, and then start using that to extract instead. And that should give us a lot more output, I think. My consideration really is the road network. Just shunt that out of the way a second. God. Actually, I don't need that. That's way too wide. So let's move these in, let's pause it, and move these over. Do it. Yeah, Aussie Cobber, I feel exactly the same, bro. Yeah, it's actually annoying. And then, when you post a My Summer Car video, when's the next Euro Truck video? Let's see. That's the main building. That can move. Nightmare, it just goes right, like whatever video you put out, you'll get a comment about, if you put game X out, you'll get a comment, when's the next game Y video? And it doesn't matter what X or Y is, doesn't matter what video you put out, you'll have a request for something else. Because the problem with having a channel where you don't just play one game is, the downside is that you get requests for the other games that you've played. When's the next train sim? When's the next OMSI? When's the next Euro Truck? If you play Euro Truck, when's the next American Truck? When's the next My Summer Car? I honestly don't respond anymore because there's no point. I've responded many times in the past and it doesn't stop people from requesting it all the time, so it's just pointless trying. These power units can definitely go. They don't need to be there. Don't even need to be in this site, to be honest with you. What if we put a little road down there like that? Yeah, when's the next Fernbus video? A mod to auto-respond, that would be beautiful. If I could go to YouTube and, like, set up auto-responders, a bit like you can with Gmail. You know, when you receive a message with subject line, when is the next respond with? Can you get ore from the sea? Yes, you can. Yeah, there's an ore extractor. Extractors are here. That one there. The seabed mining vessel. How can you get banned on your own channel, Battle Cattle? Okay, let's just double check that. Right. So now we can come in. Some pretty beefy extractors that always orient themselves the wrong way. What was that? So again, these barracks are kind of in the wrong place. They don't need to be there. I was asking my instructor today about you know, were some good places to fly to. He's given me a bunch of locations that I could go and visit, which is quite good. Because that's what I want to get. I need to master the plane and then go and but actually what he said was after he'd given me a bunch of places to go to, he said, you know, you could just go and fly the Robin to these locations. He said, because, you know, until you feel like you're proficient with the aircraft, he said, you don't want to be putting the extra pressure on yourself of, you know, flying to a new airfield and dealing with all that, as well as then having to cope with the aircraft that you're not used to, because getting the approach right in the Cessna is like quite a different affair to getting it right in the Robin. It's just a different animal. Like, we did PFLs today, we did practice forced landings, and I could not believe how far the Cessna glides. It's just insane. Like, we're up at 2,000 feet, and I'm like picking a field that we're going to go into. We're not even halfway down. Like, compared to the Robin, we're not even halfway down to the ground. It can just glide so much, which really caught me out. So yeah, he basically said, you know, you can always just go and fly to different airfields in the Robin, and then when you're ready, you can just go and do it in the Cessna when you're ready, kind of thing. You've only flown the Cessna and never the Robin. Do you know what's weird? We were talking about this. If you flew a Robin, or something like a Robin, or even a Warrior, and then went to the Cessna 172, you struggle because you're pretty much too high all the time, because it doesn't want to come down. It just wants to glide and glide and glide. But in a way that's safer, because worst case scenario, you just do what I did this afternoon, you go around. The problem is, if you went the other way, like if you learned on a 152 and then went to a 172 and then suddenly went onto a Warrior or a Robin, you'd be in trouble, because you'd be expecting this thing to glide way more than it actually will. The Curioso, welcome to the Net House. Thank you for your support. Can we have a nutty welcome from Curioso? The 172 bounces. Without a doubt. If you do not... The thing about landing the 172, bearing in mind I've only landed it about 6 times now, but it doesn't land until it wants to land. If you try to make it land before it's ready to land, that's when you bounce it. Without a doubt. But that's kind of similar to what happens with tail draggers by all accounts, is you need to let them come down when they're ready. You need to get all the lift off the wing, and like really, like you need to be at the point where the yoke is maxed out, and then it comes to the ground. That's where you need to be, is if you're not, it will just go doink. Did I tell you to go around when you get bouncing? That's what we were told. The bouncing gets worse and worse. So this afternoon I did 2 approaches. The first one, I knew I was too high, and he told me to go around, and I did. The second one was an absolute dog's dinner, so I went around. And then one of the later ones I did, we were coming in on the approach, and it looked pretty good. But then it just kind of went wrong, and we were about 50 feet off the ground, and I just punched it out of there, and I just went no. And he said, good call. He said, you'd have been floating halfway down the runway. I said, I know. I realised that now. Like, I knew I would have been halfway down the runway before that thing gave up. So I just went, I'm done. I'm going. And it's the right call. Get a lot of runway, you can rest the bouncing with a bit of power and back pressure. That's the thing, though, Kat, is at my airfield, we don't have a long runway. So it's like 900 meters, I think. We don't have a long runway. And as a result of that, if you don't get your approach right... What the heck? Multiple problems. If you don't get your approach right, you're going to be in trouble. Got a police station over here. Good old Skylines one-way systems. Yeah, that's a two-way road actually. You got 5,000, 1,500 meters. Yeah, that's loads. It's loads of space. Like, don't forget the runway I'm landing on, Cat. You might have seen it in the one of the circuit videos. It's about 800 meters long, maybe, but it's only as wide as the wingspan, really. It's like landed on a hard shoulder on a motorway. You know, it does make you quite accurate, though. It's just not. It does make you accurate. Let's put on some more glass thingies. You're going to feel strange flying around up here. Yeah. But I think I'd rather do it this way around, Cat, if I'm honest. Like, I don't... When I first started to land on this runway, it was, you know, you're thinking, how am I going to do this? Like, I've got to be so accurate. But what you're actually doing is doing, you know, it's the most difficult it can get, really. So anything else after that is not as tricky. How much work have you got left on your PPI? I haven't got any payment and protection insurance, Dave. No, my PPL's done, Dave. Did that in October. This is learning to fly a different plane now. It's always an aircraft carrier. Dude, the aircraft carrier is bigger than the runway I land on. Glass manufacturing plant, rotary kiln, that's the one I wanted. Oh no, hang on. That's gonna make metal. That's the one I want. Fiberglass. Oh, just awkward layout all the time. Actually, you know what? We just punch a road down there. Let's do it that way. Stack them up. It's all a learning curve. I mean, I came away today. He said to me at the end, though, he said, I think we'll leave it there. He said, I think you're quite tired, to be honest. He said, your rudder control, you know, when your aileron rudder coordination's starting to go, he said, and I think that's a sign that you're tired. And he was probably right, but I said to him, can we just have one more go? Because otherwise I feel like I'll be going away from it. Like, I hadn't... Bearing in mind, yesterday I greased a landing. Today I couldn't grease a landing, and it was really frustrating me. And I still didn't grease a landing even after trying again. So I kind of came away from it with my tail between my legs a little bit. But, you know, the circumstances, the conditions today were not easy. But even so, it just annoyed me. The viz was really bad. We're on a different runway, the one that we hardly ever land on. And we literally had a 90-degree crosswind. Which meant the downwind leg was getting blown around, the base leg was getting substantially shortened, and this thing was gliding for Britain. So my approaches were high. Gary L, welcome back. Anyway, I'll get there. It's not storing metal. Are we storing ore anywhere, I wonder? I don't think we are. I think we should have some storage for ore. Ore industry storage. A large storage for storing the ore industry raw materials. Can be placed outside industry area. Okay. Sand storage. There's sand, sand, sand. See, they're all unbalanced and yet they're full. They can't get any ore, but the ore storage is on 90-something%, but it's unbalanced. I do not understand this game. Used to fly out of FAEO, don't know what that is. 5,700 feet. Really? At 32 degrees? Dude. You can do carrier landings Nightmare and DCS. It's quite fun. The real problem with landing a 172 on a carrier is you've got no arrestor hook. It's a good luck stopping. Because the 172 brakes are like cheese. Paul the Seaver, good night. South Africa. Is that the code for South Africa, FA? Or is it just South Africa is FA? Rescue, good night, dude. Yeah, I don't get this game. I've got all these trucks storing ore and yet the factories can't find any ore. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I've got massive amounts of ore coming out of here. 15,000 units a week. And 136 tons of it is just going out the door. Go figure. You've actually got an airfield called FACT. Fact. That's great.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. That's just weird. How are we doing over here? 35 grand a week. That's not bad. Messiah, welcome back. Fact is Cape Town. No way. Oh, that's King Awesome. That's absolutely true. Yeah, everybody's city would look very, very different. Petroleum, metals, glass, plastics and paper. They're all loaded up. All supplies good. Probably make more stuff, to be honest. Maybe make some more plastic. I think there was quite a big plastic factory, if I remember. Yeah, the NAFTA cracker plant. That sounds amazing. Let's see how that gets on. What do you mean, Peterbilt? Paper glass? I've got some shops down there. Let's get some more housing here. funny how we don't have any need for commerce. We need residents and industry, and that's pretty much been how it's been all night, but no commerce whatsoever. I've hardly built any. In fact, I remember building some at the start of the night. We built some around here. But after that, no commerce. Uh-oh. It's time to build more stuff. Wait. What? How? How did that happen? I swear Skylines has done this before. Stuff gets randomly deleted. And every time I drop the health budget, every time I get these deaths. That has happened to me enough times now that I'm pretty certain that's a game bug. Like just random bits of, no, I haven't got any lightning. Unless it just happened during normal rain, but I guess it could have done. What the annoying thing is, though, is it doesn't tell you. Like, if you're over this side of the city, maybe you get a tweet, I don't know. But you don't get any kind of, oh my god, your city has got large portions of no electricity. You don't get that. I might explain the lack of commerce demand. The whole tourist area has been like blackout. Killer. Yeah, I've got loads of cemeteries, that's the thing. You do need some cemeteries as well, but every time I put one down, they end up completely empty. It's weird. Like, healthcare availability is off the charts, and yet I still have lots of people dying.
Welcome back, Nato.
No comprende. Not keen on this left turn going on here. Considering I built a ramp, I'm kind of wondering why they can even do that. That's so weird. Citrus, how you doing? Squirrels gnaw the electric pole. I'm sure. Oh, this is turning into a mess here. Oh dear, oh dear. Too much industry. Meeting at the crossroads equals disaster. See what happens to traffic with some traffic lights. Probably not good things. Are they actually obeying the traffic lights? And under overpass, it's going to have to be something like that, but don't forget the traffic does still need to get around the industry. Actually, the traffic could actually go that way anyway. There's no real need to turn left though. That would probably help, to be honest. Might give that a quick try, actually. Just to stop the left turn. To get traffic flowing this way, and any traffic that wants to go over there can actually just use that ramp and go that way. Heyman, have a good night. There's no room for a Baz intersection here, Nightmare. Not a chance. The good thing about making them both straight on is they use both lanes. Yeah, that's backing up. That could be the next thing to solve. Dang it. Because we've kind of built this area out quite a bit. There's too much on this junction now. Because everything left of this road, you can only access pretty much by this down here to get into it. Getting out of it, you've got options. You've been lurking since the start of the stream, have you, Mr. Snuggles? Oh no, it's Citrus that's been doing that. Yeah, this has turned into a massive disaster. Mr. Rubku, there he is. The dynamic duo here. Thank you, Rubku. Yeah, this junction's a mess. It's going to be hard to solve because I can't really build an underpass because of this. I'll have to move this. Which is doable. But you've also got traffic coming out of here that wants to go left, which I can't build a ramp because of that. Snugs has been lurking in plain view for most of the stream. Lol. You know what would be good is if you could put things down on the map, like you could put a big sign here saying fix this, or you could put something over here with a sign saying build some more glass. Because if you need to stop playing and come back tomorrow or the day after, you kind of forgotten what you was going to do next. It'd be great if you could just stick some markers down and put some notes down. Yeah, I don't think slip roads is going to help though. Well, a road for this traffic to turn left would definitely help, and that's definitely doable. Can you put down like red flags? Factorial's notorious for that. Bob Jansen, how you doing?
Welcome back, Nutter.
Game Plus. Come on. Right, no left turn into that. No left turn at the junction. Right turn only coming out. There we go. So that's a relief road for that. So now we've only really got the traffic here wanting to turn left. We'd have to do an overpass for that. We can't do an underpass. Jody Lee, Walkerback. Ropeku, 13 months. Thank you, Ropeku. So you've got the same acorn as me now, Ropeku. Rob Jansen with 18. Did somebody say dynamic duo? 6 months for golden hair. Oh yeah. You got the same acorn as me. Thanks, guys. Oh, this traffic, dear me. It might sort itself out. It seems to have lessened. But yeah, you can see the amount going this way now. Which means that's going to get pressure on it. All you really, it's like playing whack-a-mole. All you really do, if you fix one junction, you just move the problem to another junction. That's really all you're doing. 168 tons of ore output. We need to make a lot more metal.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Okay, there's clearly something wrong here. We've got all this ore extraction. We've got... Wait a second, where's the storage?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
All storage is here. I'm going to move this. I think that's the problem. I'm going to move one of these over here, I think. So they've got some storage right next to where they need it. I actually think the problem is the one-way system. Because you know what Skylines is like with the one-way system. And I think it's struggling with extraction being here. And then it's a one-way system to get it to here. And then to get it from there all the way back over here. Hence why I just moved that. So now they can extract and store here. I think it's the one-way loop that we have going on here. Mr. Rimrock, thank you for Twitch, baby, 9 months. Because, yeah, they just can't get any ore, and it doesn't make any sense. I'll have to review that road layout. Yeah, that's fine now. 145k almost. Which is pretty good. Nice. Why are the 1 month and 2 year sub icons the same? They're not. The 1 month is a bronze coloured acorn. The 2 year is a gold coloured acorn. If they look the same on your monitor, there's something wrong with your monitor, but they're very different. Oh boy. We may have to put some local recycling because this is not happening for them. Even though it should. Like this recycling center here should be able to go straight over there and deal with this. Now we just need to put some more money into it. Some more trucks on the road. That panel will be fixed anyway soon. Also, it's going to be completely replaced. Very, very soon. In fact, if I could find the file. Can I put more trains? Don't think so. You don't really control the trains. Why did that not work? What's Twitch doing? Scumbag. There you go. Right, refresh your page now, Mr. Olsolar. You can't say fairer than that, can you, mate? I just fixed your problem like that. Right, how's this getting on? 48 barrels output. Cool. Plastics up. Because of those things. That's doing nicely. So this is working really well, but I don't have any one-way system here apart... No, I don't have any one-way system here. So this is working really well. I think what I need to do is just rework these roads and ditch this one-way system.
Oh, yeah,
Because it just doesn't work. Just doesn't work. Could even think about connecting these into here, actually. The Curioso with 5,000 bits. Love seeing elevated highway motorways. Curioso, thank you very much. That's super kind, my man. Super, super kind. GG. Yeah, I tend to build, like here, we've got these elevated highways here. And I tend to do that so that later I can come under it with some roads if I want to. But other times I'll just leave it flat, so it just vary. But thanks for the support. Appreciate that. What I might do is grab this road here. Yeah, we could actually have an excuse for a tunnel. Or not, because the game's stupid. Undo. Yeah, link that together and then link that together. And that just gives traffic kind of more options when it comes into here. It doesn't always have to go that way. It can kind of go that way. Which I think will help take some load off. But this system here doesn't work. They still can't get any ore. Well, they've got some actually. You can see many more colours now. There you go. That's all the sub-colours now. Yeah, but Battle Cattle, that's what I want to do, is replace the one-way roads, but I need to look at it and think about it, because I've got, like, for example, from this farming district, we have this one-way branch there, which goes to these, which is the storage area, and then they kind of loop back that way. So I don't want to just go in the ham and just make it all two-way roads, because it will affect what the traffic does. You know, at the moment, I think this is a critical road here. This only goes from left to right on the screen. So if I was to make that two-way, you'd end up with this traffic probably starting to do a left down there and come around to this junction, which I don't want. So at the moment, they're forced into that loop. So I need to think about how this is going to work. Oh boy. Oh, Mushroom Swamp. Forgot about Mushroom Swamp. Do you remember us flooding this entire area, building that? I do. This is the high-tech bit, isn't it? The IT sector. Horace District. So named because without the buildings, this thing looked like Horace. And the other Stone Temple pilots, the other smiley roundabout. Yeah, I played the SimCity games, Sir Richard. I didn't play the later ones, but I played a lot of the early ones, the original SimCities. They were cool. I keep wondering if they'll make a second version of this, or just keep throwing out DLC. I don't know. I need to lower that land. It looks a bit rubbish. Nice district, this. Be a nice place to visit. (1,183 passengers). It's not bad.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Got some train traffic problems. Oh, don't say that. Don't say the trains are completely broken. Oh, the trains are broken. I hate it when Skylines does this. Oh my god. Like, I've kept the passenger and cargo stuff separate. So why on earth? I mean, why does it spawn so many trains anyway? It just doesn't make any sense. Oh my god, it's so broken. So broken. Thing is, I can't just clear trains. I have to clear all traffic. Sometimes it just does this. Astroneer, Nerdy Drew. So I have seen Astroneer since the 1.0 release, but I've not played it. I've seen it. I've seen a couple of people play it. I mean, what I want to know is, though, did they ever fix the kind of... the MP is what I'm wondering about. Did they ever fix the lagging and the FPS issues for the host? Because the host had the FPS issues, but had good synchronization. And everybody else had great FPS, but they would see things that weren't there. And couldn't pick things up. They didn't fix the host issues yet. Is there any plan to do so? Danikin Skyrocker, 20 months. Thanks for the streams and vids. You are welcome, dude. Thank you. Thanks for the support, Danikin. Still more demand for housing. Crikey, I can't keep up with this. This is insane. Everybody wants a piece of Nutroid. That's the main goal. Oh, that's good. You can clear individual vehicle trains by clicking on them and then the red cross. Did you see how many trains there were? What I actually want was a clear trains option, or a clear, you know, clear all these trains. That would have been great. Why am I losing 63? Oh, it's because of the vehicles. Once you reset the vehicles, everything just melts down. This is in good shape. This needs some work next time. Over here. The one-way system needs work, and the ore system needs work. Oh, it's almost on 148 though. Cool. Right, I think we shall leave it there, guys. That's been good fun. I am going to head off. I will not be live tomorrow. I've got to go out tomorrow evening, so I won't be around. So I apologise for that. But I will be back on Saturday at 1 for an all-day stream. And of course, Sunday Night Trucking will be back on Sunday as well. So I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. Have a cracking Friday. Yeah, hope you had fun. Mr. Brightson, I'll have to say hi-bye, my man. About to go. So yeah, have a good evening and a good Friday. I shall see you all Saturday for some fun. You just got to work. Rip. Sorry, dude. I'm already late. Right. Have a good one, guys. Take it easy. Love you all. Good night.